Ever heard of the Antonov 225? The most enigmatic, weird, and outrageously impressive aircraft this planet has ever seen? Today, we're going to see the top 10 most mind-blowing facts about the Antonov 225, the Ukrainian dream. You will discover impressive technical attributes of this aircraft. We'll talk about some of its hidden compartments and other fascinating features you don't want to miss out. So make sure to watch until the end, and you definitely won't regret it. Number 10. The birth of a legend. The Mriya, which means dream in Ukrainian, was built in 1980 by the Soviet Union to carry the Buran space shuttle. The Cold War period and the American space shuttle motivated the Soviets to such an extent that they developed the Mriya in a record-breaking 3.5 years. Nevertheless, by the time the Mriya was ready to fly, all the transportation of the Buran space shuttle program had been made by the Atlant VMT aircraft. The only time the giant Soviet plane carried the Buran space shuttle was in 1989 at the Paris Air Show. The Soviet Union fading away and the cancellation of the Buran program made the aircraft stay parked in a hangar for 8 years before the Antonov Airlines refurbished and gave it a new life and purpose. The Mriya took off for its first commercial flight in January 2002 from Stuttgart to Oman with 187.5 tons of food for the U.S. military. Number 9. Impressive technical features. To begin with, the Mriya is fitted with 32 wheels. 4 of them are at the nose landing gear, and the other 28 are located at the main landing gears as 7 rows of 2 on either side. Considering the extreme loads these wheels support, they need to be replaced every 90 landings. And because the wheels are specially designed for this aircraft only, the flight crew always carries spare wheels on board so that they can be replaced at any time and anywhere. This gigantic airplane is 84 meters long, which is basically longer than 2 Airbus A320s. The wingspan of the Mriya is 88 meters, which is almost as much as a football pitch length. Due to these crazy specifications, the Mriya doesn't fit in nearly 35% of the biggest international airports. It is fitted with 6 Progress D18T turbofans, delivering some 229 kilonewton of thrust per engine. In terms of power, to give you a better idea, the 6 engines deliver over 440,640 horsepower. When it is totally empty of cargo, the aircraft weighs about 250 tons, but its maximum certified takeoff weight is 640 tons. The Mriya burns around 18 tons of fuel per hour. If this has amazed you even a little bit, then you definitely need to click on the like button and keep watching because what follows will totally blow your mind. Number 8. Mriya, the record breaker. On December 21, 1988, the Mriya performed its first non-stop flight with a maximum takeoff mass of over 500,000 kilograms. During that flight, 106 world records were set. In its lifetime, Mriya set 240 world records, which was never seen before in aviation. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to make a video with the top 10 most impressive records the Mriya broke. On September 27, 2012, the world's highest art exhibition took place in the airplane's fuselage at an altitude of 10,500 meters. At that time, 500 paintings by 90 artists were displayed inside the Mriya. In 2009, the Antonov 225 carried the heaviest single cargo item ever delivered through the air, a 417,000-pound or 190 tons generator for a gas power plant in Armenia. Number 7. Outstanding load lifting capacity. The cargo is loaded into the Antonov 225 from the front after the colossal nose opens up and a tongue-like loading ramp unfolds. Inside, the huge cargo compartment measures 43.3 meters long by 6.4 meters wide and 4.4 meters tall for an outstanding volume of almost 1,300 cubic meters. To help you visualize the scale of just how long this cargo bay is, the Wright brothers' first ever flight, 37 meters, is shorter than the Mriya's cargo hold. For very bulky cargo, the bay also contains 2 cranes, each capable of lifting 10 tons. Using other special equipment, the crew can load up to 30 tons of non-movable cargo at once. In 2001, the AN225 got a structural improvement of its floor to increase its maximum gross weight from 600 to 640 tons. Number 6. Features comparison with other aircraft. As you have seen, the Mriya is a true giant. But just for fun, let's compare it to some other aircraft in the industry. For example, the Soviet Behemoth has a fuel capacity of 300 tons, and this is 14 times more than the fuel capacity of the Boeing 737. Another interesting fact is its horizontal stabilizer, which is 32.7 meters long. As a reference, the wingspan of the Airbus A320 is 35.8 meters long, which is slightly larger than that of the Mriya's horizontal stabilizer. In terms of cargo capacity, Mriya's maximum payload is 250 tons, while Boeing 747's is only 140 tons. Number 5. The cockpit and other crew compartments. The cockpit of the Mriya is situated on an upper deck, as the main one is totally dedicated to the cargo bay. The flight crew accesses the cockpit and the leisure area by a rather basic retractable ladder. At the back of the access hatch, you will find a zone consisting of 2 side compartments for relaxing and sleeping, a small galley, and a big storeroom. The rest of the crew, such as loading staff and mechanics, have their own cabin and rest area, different from that of the flight crew members, and is situated at the rear of the plane, reachable by another ladder in the tail. There you will find 20 seats organized in a 2-3 seating arrangement. The pitch of these seats is 30 inches, which makes them far more comfortable than any of the low-cost carrier seats. Slightly forward of these seats, situated in another cabin, there's 12 bunks. However, the pilot's bunks are separated from the rest of the crew by the avionics bay, which means they can only access the cockpit from the rest area by going down through the cargo bay. But hey, no one said it was the most ergonomic and comfortable aircraft. Number 4. Who flies the Mriya? A total flying crew of 6 is necessary, including a captain on the left-hand seat and a first officer on the right. It is rather prestigious to become a captain of the Mriya, but to do so, one must fly as a captain for at least 5 years on the Antonov 124 Ruslan, which is the 4-engine small cousin of the Mriya. The rest of the cockpit crew consists of 4 engineers that continuously operate, monitor, and manage all the Mriya's complex Soviet systems. Speaking about the non-flying crew, there are about 16 other crew members, such as loading personnel, mechanics, and engineers that are also required to be on board the giant aircraft to make it fully operational. You can imagine what an operational nightmare it must be to organize one of the Mriya's missions. Number 3. The outrageous costs of the Mriya. The Mriya doesn't fly that much, only about 20 flights per year, but this is not due to its age or even extraordinary size, but rather because of the tremendous cost it involves. The Mriya is simply a cash-bleeding machine. Generally speaking, it costs someone around $30,000 an hour to operate it. This, in addition to only the special missions it can complete, doesn't make the Mriya too appealing for someone to rent its services. Economically speaking, the huge aircraft is close to a disaster rather than a real cash cow for its owners. Number 2. Famous appearances of the Mriya. To make it simple, every single one of Mriya's public displays is special. Hundreds of aviation enthusiasts track its flights and missions to be able to spot the big bird anywhere it flies. Other than that, the National Bank of Ukraine has issued a commemorative coin with a value of 5 hryvnias as a tribute to Mriya. The aircraft is a national pride, and this coin belongs to the Aircraft of Ukraine series. Another famous appearance is the aircraft's main role in the movie 2012 in the Las Vegas collapsing scene. A photorealistic copy of the airplane was created particularly for the movie, giving birth to the first computer model of the Mriya. And here we go for the number 1 of this top 10 most incredible facts about the Antonov 225. If you've enjoyed the video so far, please give it a like and subscribe to support us. Number 1. The future of Mriya. As you may already know, the Mriya has been destroyed in the most recent conflict on its motherland. Regarding Mriya's future, it is definitely unclear for the moment, and I personally think it is not of the utmost priority for Ukraine right now. However, we do know that a second copy of the aircraft exists at the Antonov plant, ready at about 70%. The completion of the second Mriya was stopped because it was financially unwise to produce a second super expensive aircraft. But we can count on this second version and the debris of the destroyed airplane to one day see the Mriya flying again. Another variant of the Mriya during the Soviet times was the Antonov 325, which was an 8-engined Mriya but was never built. Who knows? Maybe we could eventually see a new variant emerging from this tragedy. Let me know in the comments which of these amazing facts impressed you the most. Want to watch more aviation top 10s? Click on any of the videos you see on your screen right now. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.